All right, we got this all set up, folks. Once again, welcome to our Fast Start training. So for those that are brand new, welcome to the team. Welcome to iMarkets Live. Our goal today is to make sure that you're started off the right way. So we're going to jump right into the information. So if you do not have a MetaTrader 4 platform set up, either on your computer or on your phone right now, here's one of the first steps we go to. You can go to your back office. Not your back office. Go to either on Android, go to the Google Play Store, or in the App Store for the iPhone, go to MetaTrader 4. Okay, so we do have an easy access where you can go to legacyworldwide.net. Go click on Getting Started. It's going to have a checklist for you. I want you to go through 1 through 5. Okay, so the first checklist for those that have gotten started with iMarkets Live, we're going to walk you through what we call your back office, where your products are located as a customer. So, whether it be the harmonic scanner, you find every product that you've purchased through your back office here. So we're going to show you how to access that. Just go to that on your own time. First step here, download all these apps. So Legacy Worldwide, iMarkets Live app. And then you have the MetaTrader 4, very important, and Telegram is very important. Download these two for sure. Okay, so these are going to be the ones you need for sure today. All right, with Telegram, you're gonna give you access to your team group. So I don't know if you're whether you're on Legacy, whatever group you're in, you're gonna find them on Telegram. iMarkets Live, we have several groups as far as our products. So for the Gold Rush, we have a Telegram group for that. We have the Webb Analyze, we have a Telegram group for that. So you can access all those by going through iMarkets Live TV, and typically the educator will give you the link to join the group. And then, of course, now understand with brokers, we don't suggest any brokers. Just use whoever you want. Now, based off the type of strategy that you're using, if you're scalping in the market, just understand this. You have to find brokers that have lower spreads. So, there's folks that there's brokers like Traders Way, Pepperstone, there's Hugo's Way, there's CoinX. There's IC. There's so many brokers out there. Just do your research. We just have an easy platform. So you can go to tradersway.com to open up your brokers, or you can just click open account here. Very simple. And then fill out the information. Now, it's going to take about 24 hours to get your brokerage account approved. So if you haven't done this, go ahead and do it. So tradersway.com, or if you're at the legacyworldwide.net link, just click on the link there. Type in all your information, first name, last name, email. It's going to be a personal account. Very simple. You're going to open up a live account. You can open up once you open up your live account, you can open up a demo account inside your live account. Okay. So just do the live account. And then when you log into your back office, you're going to be able to go in there and do everything. Check here, open account. The next page that's going to come up, it's going to have your MT4 login. Okay. It's going to be some numbers. It's going to say for the MT4 login, your password is going to be sent to your email. So make sure you go to that email that you put on here. So make sure your email is right on here, because you have to get more information. So in your email is going to be your password. Go ahead and save that email for a later time, because you might have to look it up later, okay? It's also going to have your back office, your private office to your broker login on that. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like here. So you finish this information. So if you're already doing it, go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go ahead and log into my private office. It's going to be a demo back office that I'm going to show you here. Right? We log in. Now, you may have a different broker, so this might not even apply to you, but I just want to show you if you do have Traders Way. Just keeping it very simple. If you're just trying to hop in the market this week, then simple just to get this account, or get Hugo's Way, or get CoinX. So you see how it says not verified here. You want that to be verified. So as soon as you open this account, it's the first thing you're going to do. Go to upload verification docs. Okay. Read the instructions. So to verify your account, you need to provide 2 documents. Okay. First one, personal ID. So a copy of your passport or national ID. Right. Make sure it doesn't expire in 3 months. Then you need a proof of address. Make sure it's within 3 months. Make sure it's visible. You're going to upload that here. So you click upload personal ID. Once that one's uploaded, the next one is going to say upload address. You're going to upload that document. Make sure you push submit. Once that's done, it may take about 4 to 24 hours for them to verify it and approve you. Now, watch out, because sometimes if your documents are not clear, they'll come back and say, hey, it wasn't approved. So you'll just have to re-upload it, okay? And once you get that done, you can deposit money into your trading account. Now, as far as leverage, you're going to learn this inside iMarkets Live Academy. What is leverage? So I'm going to just make it very simple. This is what makes this very powerful as a trading vehicle. If you were to trade your own money and not have leverage, let's say you want to trade with $100, that wouldn't make you any money. You would literally be trading cents to cents. But now in this market, you can take $100, and if right now a 1 to 500 leverage, that means it would be like I'm trading with $50,000 as far as the return that I'm gonna get back. Okay, so if I trade 100 and do a 0.10 lot size or a 0.05 lot size, that would be either 50 cents per pip or $1 per pip. That's powerful. That means if I get 10 pips, right, in the market, I would make $10. 10% growth in my account. This is probably the most highest leverage vehicle in the industry, folks. So that's what I love about trading Forex. Okay. So typically we do 1 to 200. You can do 1 to 500. Just know the more leverage you do, the more successful you are to, if you get in a bad trade and you don't set a stop loss, that means you can blow more of your account. Okay. So that's what leverage has to do with as well. Okay. So all of you are going to start with a live account here. Right next to it, you can just go ahead and open up a demo account. A demo account allows you to play with fake money. So instead of using real money, use fake money to learn how to trade. So maybe you want to, we call it back testing a strategy, meaning I'm not going to use my real money first. I want to make sure the strategy works. So I do a couple demo accounts. And what I suggest for those that are really cautious about trading, what I used to do, when I went back to, so I started with a live account, did some things wrong. Then I went back, then I went to a demo account. And then what I've learned is I just did my demo until I closed out at least 90% of my trades in profit. And then I went back to a real account. Okay. So that's this. To deposit money, you click on deposit. Obviously, this account is not verified, so I won't be able to do it. There's several ways you can do credit card via VLoad. You're going to have to start an account here and get verified through VLoad. They're going to have you take a picture of your credit card and ID to ensure you're that person that owns the card. So that will take some time, but I believe you can, without any of that verification, you can upload at least $100 to start your account, which I think is very good. Bitcoin, you can literally, and right now it's not going to let me do it for this one because I got to get verified, but Bitcoin, as soon as you click this Bitcoin, it's going to come up. I believe it doesn't ask you how much you want, but it'll say you wanted to make a deposit. All you have to do is click yes. It moves to the next one. It gives you the address. You're gonna make sure you copy. Do not copy the address by typing it in. Okay, you will lose your money. Make sure you copy the whole address for Bitcoin. And there's several platforms. You'll have to have a cryptocurrency wallet. So you can use Coinbase, or if you're in the United States, you can use Cash App. Is very simple to use Cash App. So Cash App, you can basically transfer money directly from your account or a card into your Cash App account, and you can buy Bitcoin right there. As soon as you buy the Bitcoin, make sure that you enable withdrawals, right? You'll see that information there. And then now you'll click withdraw when you're ready to make this deposit. You'll copy the address from here to your Cash App manually. Okay, copy and paste it, and then you'll confirm it twice and then let it go. It'll take 1 hour, 30 minutes to an hour before you actually see your account uploaded with the funds you just transferred through Bitcoin. Okay, so that's how you upload using cryptocurrency. Those are the easiest way to get your money into this account. All right, so now we're done there. The next one we're going to go to, let's go back to our getting started checklist. Okay, trading 101, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about entering and exit trades. I'm going to do that here with you. We're going to talk about this Excel sheet here. When you get some time, make sure you go through the first 72 hours of what's expected of you in the trading space, and then your ultimate goal is no longer basics. It's no longer basics 1 through 24. It's now 24 videos. So it's not basics 1 through 4. It's 24 videos. They're about 5 to 11 minutes long. Take that seriously. Go through the videos. So let me just show you real quick, and then we're going to jump right into our information. So your back office is imarketslive.com. You signed up today. It's going to be whatever your login that you chose, your username, and then your password. So mine is the legacy continues. Then my password here, log in. All right, here's my back office. See where it says IML products? You can either go here or just go straight to IML Academy. This is how you're going to access your academy here. Okay, you're going to put your login information, and then it'll start automatically logging you in. So when I say basics, this is what we're referring to. So take the time to go through this at your own pace. Take notes. Treat it like going through school. I promise you it's going to be absolutely worth it. And you're going to earn and learn while you're going through this process. So today we're going to teach you how to enter and exit trades. When I'm done here, maybe you didn't understand some of the things that I was talking about. You can skip down to video 21 and 22. Right? Learning how to enter and exit trades. So how to enter a trade with Android. So 11-minute video. How to enter a trade with iPhone. 11-minute video. Okay. So just go through this and learn how to enter and exit trades. I'm going to show you myself how to do that. Okay. So now we're going to go over to our phone. Okay. Now, if you're not in front of a computer and if you don't have your phone or your computer pulled up, this may be a little bit difficult for you to do. But we are recording this session, so you'll be able to come back to this. All right, iPhone users, Android users, okay? All right, first things first, for the setup, you downloaded MetaTrader 4, okay? Now you have it downloaded. The first thing we're going to do, we want to attach our account, okay? How you attach your account? This is my demo account right here. There's several things you want to do. For iPhone, in the right bottom corner, it's going to say settings right here. In the bottom corner, you see this blue little gear right here. That is, that's going to be your settings. It's going to take you to this page. For Android, you're going to go to the top left. It should be 3 stripes. Click on that. You're going to see Manage Account. Okay, you're going to click on Manage Account, and then you should see where you can open up, where you can see where it says New Account. Click on New Account or Open Existing Account. This is what we're looking for. Log in to existing account. So we go to Log in existing account. Now we're going to find our broker. So if your broker is Hugo's Way, you're going to type in Hugo's Way in the search. If your broker is CoinX, you're going to type in CoinX. If your broker is Trader's Way, you're going to type in Trader's Way. So if we're logging into our live account, make sure you type in Trader's Way. Live and demo will pop up, and then you're going to click live. Okay, boom, we got that down. It should take us here. You're going to enter your login. Now your login are going to be numbers. Okay, if your login is not numbers, you have the wrong login. Go to your email right now, and you should have your MT4 login information and password. Okay, all you got to do, and you can keep the password the same. You can change it if you want to. I keep mine the same because I like to just go reference my email, so there's never any confusion. I can always go back if I forget anything. So put in those numbers here, and then you're going to copy and paste your password from your email. Put it here. Make sure you put save password so you don't always have to log in to see your trading account. Click done, and then log in. Once that happens, once you're physically logged in, whether you do a demo account or a live account, here's how you know you're logged in properly. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to go back to the bottom here. You see at the bottom where it says trade? Click on trade if you have iPhone. It's going to be just an arrow if you have the Android. What you should see is the balance in that account. Okay, if this is a live account and you don't have it funded, most of you should see zeros. It shouldn't be nothing in your account right now until you get verified and you fund it. Okay, if you don't have anything, then you're not logged into the account yet. And so we're going to have to make sure you go and log in the proper way. Okay, once we got that done, here's our next step. Okay, I want you to go over to quotes. You see in the bottom left corner, these 2 arrows, one arrow going up, one arrow going down. Click on that arrow, okay? It's going to give you all your pairs. Right now, you're brand new, so you're only going to have like 10 or 5 pairs that are on there right now. What I want you to do is click on the plus sign in the top right, okay? You should see some folders. Mine says exotics, indexes, stocks, energies, and metals. You should see Forex or ECN. Okay, you should see Forex or ECN. Click on either one of those folders, and then I want you to add every currency pair in the Forex folder. Just click on it, and they should disappear. Click on it until all the currency pairs disappear. Or if you are getting involved with our GJ VIP group, and all you're going to trade is GJ, then all you really have to do is go in your Forex folder, find GJ, and add that one. You're just going to look at that one currency pair, maybe at least for this week, and then after that, you can go and add the rest of the pairs later. Okay. All right, now that we have our currency pairs added, it should look like this. Now you can do for iPhone, you have a simple version and you have an advanced version. I believe Android, you automatically have an advanced version. So you're gonna see all these numbers. What you're seeing right here, let's just look like what we're looking at copper, right? You see the spread? Those spreads are based off how far back you're gonna start. How far back you're gonna start when you initiate the trade. So, you know, what I typically trade, what I've learned from my mentor, is I don't trade anything less. For me personally, I don't trade anything more than the spread of at least has to be below 20. Me personally, I want it to be below 15, right? I don't want to start in the negative. Now, it may differ depending on what you're doing. Okay, some it may differ than what you're doing. So just make sure that you're aware of the spread. Your spread means how much commission the broker is going to take from you before you go into a profit. Okay, and then what we're looking at on here on the advanced, you see the low and the high, basically starting from when the market opened up for the day. It's showing you the lowest point that the price went for that day, and then the highest point that price went for the day. That's what the low and high means. If you don't trade and you don't need that, you can just go right to simple, right? And you don't need that. You just get the numbers there. So it doesn't matter. You go find the currency pair and then you initiate. So done, okay? Now we're going to go and set up our strategy. We're going to set up the cloud, right? We're going to set up something called the Ichimoku Kinko Hayo. We call it AKA the cloud. You know, when I came into iMarkets Live, I was mentored and learned from Dr. Kathy Kirkland. You guys can access her on IML TV. She also has her strategy on the Webb analyzer called ECC11. So you're going to have multiple different ways that you can plug into the strategy that we're talking about. So I'm going to give you some of the basics to start with today. Okay, so we're going to set up our chart now. Okay, so the first thing I want you to go, I want you to go at the bottom. I want you to click on chart. Okay. Just know the spread is the commission that the broker gets before you go into profit. That's what the spread means. And then you'll learn a little bit more about that later on, especially they'll teach you that in the academy. So go down to chart, click on that, and you should see yours is not going to look like this yet. We're going to get yours set up just like this. Okay. So now first things first, if you have an iPhone, you clicked on chart. Everybody should be on chart. Okay. At the top, you should see the little the cursive F stands for features. We're going to click on that. That's how we're going to add all of our indicators. So we're going to click on the F now. Okay. We click on the F. Right now, you probably just have a moving average on yours. What I want you to do, because we don't need the moving average right now. That's not the strategy that we're using. So you can go ahead and, if you have an Android, you're going to hold down on where it says moving average, and it's going to say edit or delete. Go ahead and delete it off. Okay. If you have an iPhone, you're just going to swipe to the left and you should see delete. Delete that off. Okay. Now we're going to go and add our indicators and add what we want on our chart. Click on main window. Okay. It's going to bring you to something like this. The first indicator that we're going to choose is the Ichimoku Kinko Hayo. You see that? Four places down. Go ahead and click that now. Okay. Once you click on that, you're going to get this. Here's the settings. I want you to copy exactly these settings right now. 92652 is already there. For your Tankinson, it's going to be the red line. Okay. For your Kendrickson, it's going to be blue. All right. For your Chico span, it's going to be green. For your up Kumo, that's the cloud that we're referring to, it's going to be green. For your down Kumo, it's going to be red. Okay. Make sure you have those settings. Now, I'm going to make this a little bit better for you. We're going to go ahead and click on Tankinson. Okay. When I click on that, it takes me in to do a little bit more detail. I want my lines to be a little bit more thicker on my chart. So I take mine down to 4 pixels. Okay. And then you're going to save. Then we're going to go over to the Kendrickson. We're going to click on that. It's going to take us here. I'm going to take my pixels down to that. And we're going to go 4 pixels. And we're going to go save. Okay. And then click done. Your cloud is now set up. All right. So now we have the cloud set up. All right, now we're going to go ahead and click on main window again, okay? We're going to click on main window again. Now we're going to put 2 indicators I want you to put on here. The first one we're going to use is the stochastic, okay? We'll scroll down. Find stochastic oscillator. You see that? Second from the bottom there. See that right there? Stochastic oscillator. Click on that, okay? Now that you got the stochastic oscillator, here are the settings. The percentage K period, 14, 3, and 3. Make sure yours look like this. Price field should already be there, low to high. Method simple. Your levels, 20 and 80. Okay? Now, and then the main line is going to be green. Your signal line is going to be red. All right? Now, we're going to go back to where it says levels. I want you to click on the arrow next to the 2080. We're going to do something special here. Now what you're going to do, you're going to go buy at 20 and sell at 80. Yours right now says description. Go ahead and put buy at 20 and sell at 80. And I'm going to show you what it's going to do for your chart. Okay? Click done. Okay? Now we're going to add one more indicator. Make sure you go click on main window again. Okay? Boom. Now we go find a relative strength index. Click on that now. Once you click on relative strength index, it's going to take you to the settings. Here are the settings, periods, 14 periods. Apply close, levels 30 and 70, okay? Once again, you need to put buy and sell. and it's going to be red there. All right. So now what you should have is you're going to have two indicators. So I'm going to show you what your chart is going to look like. Yours is going to be a little bit different than mine. I have MACD. I'm going to talk about MACD today. Okay. So yours, you should have a big window and two small windows. In your small window, you should have the stochastic, and in the other window, you should have the RSI. You're not going to have the MACD like I have on there. We're not going to talk about that today. Okay. And then I'm going to talk about how to use these indicators. They're very powerful in trading and what we're going to do. All right, is everybody good? If not, don't worry. This has been recorded. You will be able to go back and look at this. And GJ is already going with alerts there. All right. So now we go to GBP JPY. It's going to be the one we're going to talk about here. All right, folks. So now we got our indicators set up. Now I'm going to show you how to use these. So if you look to the left here, you'll see that it says buy right at this red line here. And then at the top, it says sell. So this is what we call the 80%. And we have the 20%. You should have buy and sell there for both of them. Now you have an RSI. Now you have two of them. You have one that's RSI. You have one that's a stochastic. So when it goes to the top, it's called overbought. Okay. When the lines go to the top, they're above those lines. So on the RSI, when it goes above 70, we consider that overbought on the RSI, relative strength index. When it goes below the 30% on the RSI, we consider that oversold. Okay. And we're going to talk about what happens there when it's oversold. And then on the stochastic, when it goes to the top above 80, we consider that overbought. Okay. And then when we go to below 20, we consider that oversold. And we're going to talk about what you do when that happens. All right, so now we got that out of the way. Now we're going to go look at our group. We're going to talk about one of our VIP groups that we have, one of our support groups, along with you also being a student and learning through iMarkets Live. We have a support group together where we learn together. Okay, so let me go and bring up Telegram. And everyone on here gets access to Telegram as an active member or to this Telegram group. All right, so we're talking about cloud indications, right? The Ichimoku. There are things that are going to happen. Now, David has a nice video. Like I said, go to his YouTube. He has a YouTube channel right here. Let me go and put this in. So you can look at that later. So that's David's YouTube. You can subscribe. You'll get a lot of information from that as well, too. All right, so you can look at that. I'm going to talk about a lot of these alerts here. So basically, all it's doing is taking from TradingView. We've been able to set up some alerts that come straight to this group. So for GBP JPY on the 15-minute chart, that's what that means. It says red line crossing above the blue line. I'm going to talk about this on another chart, but I want you to remember this. You know, with the cloud, this is an indication for a buy. Okay. Now we're not going to take a buy in this group. I don't want you to just jump into a buy on this group because you see above, but I just want you to know when you see above, it's an indicator saying that, hey, it's a possible indication of a buy. Okay. All right. Look at some more alerts here. Trade idea. So based off indicators, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about dips in the cloud. We're going to talk about it being oversold, overbought. Talk about crossovers based off an impulse move. These indicators are alerted here from TradingView. Right? And from there, it comes here. You can literally go on your phone and click buy now, whether you do your demo or your live, you know, and then set 10 pips. Now with trading any yen pair, a JPY pair, right? The Japanese yen, it only has 3 decimals, right? So look at this one, for example, 145.920. It only has 3 decimals following, or 3 numbers following the decimal. Okay, so here's the only number that you care about here. 9.2, or where the 9.2, these spaces here. So 0, we call that the butt bread. We don't care about the butt bread. That doesn't make us money. What makes us money is these two digits right here. So anytime that you buy, I just only want you to remember this. Go ahead and put your notes down. put buy, and then put for your TP, put a plus sign. Anytime that you push the buy button to set your TP, you're always going to add the number to these 2 digits to do your take profit, okay? Right next to that, put SL, stop loss. If you're going to set a stop loss, meaning it's going to go the opposite way of where you expect it to go, you're going to subtract your stop loss number, okay? As for what we're doing right now, we're not going to give you a stop loss. We're only going to give you the take profit. We're scalping in the market, okay? The next one, put sell. Anytime that you sell, you are going to subtract the TP number from these 2 digits. So I just want you to think we're only going to subtract 10, okay? We're going to keep this simple. We're going to subtract and add 10. That's all we're doing in the market. So if we were to buy here, like it said, let's say this was our entry point, even though he said this is the take profit. If this was your entry point, you push the buy button, this is what showed up. For you to get 10 pips, you would have to add 10 to this. What would it be? Well, we're going to have to do a little bit of math. We're going to carry some things over, okay? It's going to be 146.020. Do you get how I got that? So if I add 10, I go 1 right here, 0 right here, right? We bring down the 2. Then we have 10, right? We have to put the 1 on top of the 5. Like, we're going back old school. I'm serious. We take the 1 over. That makes 6. We got 146.020. Why am I saying it like that? When I first started, folks, I know it seemed very easy to me. When I first started, oh my God, me and my wife were sitting at the kitchen table as if we were just going back through elementary school trying to learn how to add and subtract. It was just, I don't know, it's weird how our brain was triggering like that. So it's okay if you have a piece of paper and you got to add these numbers. You know, trust me, it's going to make you rich one day. Okay. So now that we got the buy out of the way, now sell. Okay. When you push the sell button, we are subtracting the TP. All right. So now let's use the same entry point, 145.920. Remember, the only number we care about, the only digits we care about are the 92, those spaces right there. So now that we are selling, we are going to subtract 10 because we want to get 10 pips. So our TP, our take profit from our entry point, is going to now be 145.820, right? We put a 1 right there, put a 0 right there. We bring down the 2 because 0 minus 2 is 2. Right? And then 1 minus 9 is 8. So now our total number that we're going to put in is 145.820. Simple. Folks, that's all you got to know today. That's all you got to know right now. You don't have to know anything else right now as we speak. For the next week, we want you to go into this market. We just want to prove that this works. And so when you see trade idea, all you're going to do is go into your phone, push buy. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm on my demo account. I'm going to execute a real live buy or sell, okay? And show you how it works. All right, let's look at a couple more indicators here. Now, for brand new folks, I just want you to take the trade idea buy now ones because we just want to show you that it works, okay? But now as you start getting more knowledge about what this is, I just put that YouTube video in here. You know, Mr. GJ, David Hoyt, teaches you what he looks for when these things happen, his strategy, okay? And so relative strength index, remember we had you add that on your phone? This is why we had you add it. It says crossing up 30. So it means it's coming through that 30% line going up. So that means 30, 40, 50. So we are going to be, if we were trading using that RSI looking for the buy, we would probably be buying during that time. Now, I'm not saying buy because we're going to be looking at a whole way of looking at this strategy-wise, you know, because David may call a sell because he's looking for the impulse move there. So it's getting you ready. As it's going up, we're looking for that sell on the way down, okay? But really, this is what happened. He called a buy. You see this? Relative strength index crossing up 30 on GBP JPY on the 15-minute. He letting you know it went past the 30% mark. So guess what we did? The system called a buy, okay? He called a buy. 15. Now we got red line crossing below the blue line. We're going to talk about what that means as well too. Okay. So below is going to mean sell. Now, David, I don't believe he doesn't trade this, I don't believe. But definitely look at his video. I will explain this a little bit more in detail about this whole strategy as a whole, what Dr. K does, you know, what a lot of our group does. So with these crossings, there's always something that is going to happen. And I'm going to show you how it works. So when you see below, it's an indicator for a sell. Remember, I said it doesn't mean sell. It's an indicator for a sell, okay? Red line crossing above the blue line. It's an indicator for a buy, okay? And I'm going to show you what to look for. That's why I added the stochastic onto your group there. So I think we're done here with the alerts. It's very simple. You know, I will tell you, there's no guarantees in the financial market. But what I will say over the past 2 weeks, very proud of the GJ group. Wow. The indicators, the strategy that Davis created has been just phenomenal for the entire group. There hasn't been a loss yet. You know, and understand, I don't want to, you know, blow smoke and say that there'll never be a loss, because in this market, nothing is guaranteed. Someday there will be a loss for some reason. But right now, you know, with this strategy, it's been 100%, and I'm grateful for that. So we invite you to learn, to earn at the same time. So now we're going to go over to our phone and look at how the cloud works. So we're going to look at it on our phone, and then I'm going to go and look at it from my computer as well too. So literally, folks, you can do this. So now you got Telegram. Think about this. You got Telegram on your phone. You have your MetaTrader 4 on your phone. What else do you need? You don't need to do anything else. You can do this literally from home, from work, anywhere, from school. You could be making money all day. You just pay attention to that group. And then once you learn these strategies. So let's talk about this now. See how I made my lines dark? So remember we talked about when the red line crosses above the blue line, or the red line crosses below the blue line, there's things that happen, okay? So anytime the red line, I want you to go ahead and put a note. When looking for a buy opportunity, okay? Go ahead and put buy opportunity. Anytime the red line crosses above the blue line, okay? We call the red line our Tankinson. We call the blue line our Kinginson, okay? We're gonna be looking for to buy, okay? Now, what this red line is acting like right now, you see the candles? These candles represent price. Price is remaining above the red line. It's like the red line is carrying it all the way up. So what's happening, this is what this correction right here, this is what the group is gonna, you're gonna make money off of this correction in the GJ group. But you also can make money off of the crossings, which the group tells you it's crossing. So we go here, we verify any cross. We don't just hop in on a cross. Okay, we go verify it. So if that group says red line crossing above, I'm going to come to my chart, go to GJ, go to the M15, and look where the cross happens at. All right, it's an indication for a buy. If it's below the cloud, listen, this is an important note. If you have a red line crossing above the blue line, below a red cloud, it is a weak indication for a buy. However, see this cloud right here? This is what we call the cloud. You see how it's red and then it twists? We call that a Kumo twist, okay? Anytime the cloud is real thin, it's a better indication that you can buy, because most likely it is going to penetrate the cloud and go to the upside. And that's what happened here. It penetrated the cloud. Now, if this was thicker, most likely it will hit it, maybe tap it a couple times. It's going to respect it. And treat it this way. If you want to bust down a door, you don't walk up to the door and just hit it with your shoulder, right? You're not going to be able to bust open the door that way. What are you going to do? You're going to go get some running room. So you're going to run all the way back, and then you're going to run with full speed to go knock open the door. Well, these candles work the same way. So if the cloud is a little bit thicker, I'm not saying that it's not going to bust through. I'm saying it may tap it, and then it's going to have to pull back, right? You're going to get the pullback, and then it will go up. So that pullback, we call it a correction. It's going to correct, get some energy, and then go up. So what's happening here, this is correcting. It may tap here and then go up, okay? But the thing that we care about right now is how to identify a buy opportunity, okay? So the first buy opportunity, below the cloud, red crossing over the blue, it's a weak indication. However, if it's below a thin red cloud, it may pop through the cloud. If it's below a green cloud, most likely, it depends. It may go through that cloud, or you might catch it in the cloud, okay? Now, here's an absolute for a buy. Let's go find. I want to show you. I want to give you a visual before, not just talk about it. All right. Anytime the red line crosses above, you see this? Crosses above the blue line, above a green cloud, it's a buy. Go in for 10 pips. Okay? Guess what? You don't even have to go look at this, right? The group calls it. The indicator gets called to the group. You go verify it. Boom. The crossover happens. I push the buy button. I calculate my 10 pips. Done. And here's the best part. We catch the buy on the upside and we catch the sell on the correction, because that's what David is going to call in the group. So you're getting 2 trades with 1. Now, if you're not experienced, you don't have to do this. We just want you to, if it calls the buy now, just take the buy now that's going to be called. But when you get skilled and understand what this is, that crossover, this is a buy, a strong buy above the cloud, okay? Now, let me show you some other indicators that I use, right? A lot of traders use the stochastic, they use the MACD, and they use the RSI. We're not going to use the MACD. We don't care about the MACD right now because we're scalping. MACD is more for looking for divergence and convergence. You'll learn that inside the academy, okay? So here, I want you to see something, a correlation. Here's our stochastic. See this green line? This green line is called the main line, okay? Anytime, and you see where it says buy, I believe this is the buy, this is the buy this is the 20% for the stochastic, right? This is our buy point. When it's above this point and we get a crossover, a cross up above this red signal line, that is an indication of a buy. So not only did we get our indication on the stochastic, it matched up with our cross up on the Tankinson crossing above the Kinginson, the blue line. So boom, we're in for the buy. We're good for 10 pips. Done. And for the experienced traders, you know that you can probably get more than 10 pips. We won't talk about the money line right now, but this money line is very significant. What I recommend you do is you hop on Dr. K's 10 pips and dip IML TV session. She comes on at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time, 5 a.m. Eastern. She'll be on today, right? She's going to talk about the money line. She's going to talk about these things. Definitely go follow her. So you're going to be able to basically combine a lot of the strategies. We all learn, and we all had a product of what we learned from. So she'll teach you more on the money line. I won't talk about that here, okay? Only thing I care about is you understand these crossovers. All right, so we're done here. Remember, here's our indicators. Tankinson crossed above the blue line, right? First indication, above the green cloud. Strong indication of a buy. Stochastic. Main line crossed above the signal line, above the 20%. Indication for a buy. RSI. Here's our RSI right here, the blue. RSI is a really lead indicator, so it's going to be pointed up. RSI is pointed up. Go in for the trade, get 10 pips. Don't be greedy. I'm going to show you what 10 pips can do for you when we multiply it and compound it. All right, so now we're done with buy. Now let's look for our sell opportunities, okay? And then we're going to be done. It's very simple, folks. The strategy is not hard. Okay? Now, for a sell, go ahead and put your notes down. Sell. Anytime the red line, right, crosses below the blue line. So proper term. Anytime the Tankinson crosses below the Kinginson, it is an indication for a sell. Now, here's your notes. When the red line crosses below the blue line and it's above a green cloud, it's a weak indication. However, if it's above a thin cloud or above a red cloud, most likely it's going to penetrate the cloud. Now, you see that the crossing here actually happened in the cloud. So some people will say that you can't trade in the cloud. If you understand kind of structure, you know, when this crossing happens, here's what I'm going to tell you how to look at this. When the crossover happens, the red line really acts as a resistance line. What that means is price is going to respect and stay below it or above it. If we're looking for a sell, we're expecting price, the candles, to stay below it. If we're in a buy, we're expecting the candles to stay above the red line. Easy, okay? So in this case, you can trade this, right? We got our crossover. We seen price close below the red line, okay? That's a good indication. Boom, we get in on the sell. Price is heading our direction. We get our quick 10 pips. Get out. Done. For those who have experience, you understand the money line. You understand market structure. You can trade this all the way down. We traded down to here, consolidation. We would have got 30 to 50 pips here. Easy on the 15-minute chart, okay? It hit the red line. You come out and profit here, right? Do it again. Price closed below. We go back in for a sell. We ride it all the way down. Done. This is so easy, folks, okay? Look how it wrote. If you wrote this all the way down and you see where the transition, I'm going to show you something. This is powerful. Look how the line read all the way down. Then what happened? We got it consolidated, came across, came across, came across, came across. What did price do? Price closed above our red line. Okay, we didn't get our cross yet, but I want you to understand this correlation. This is getting a little bit more advanced for you. Okay, price just now closed above my red line, above my Tankinson. And then when I come down and look at my stochastic is above my 20% point. The red line crossed above my signal, the green line, which we call our main line for the stochastic, crossed above my red signal line. Boom. I have good indications for a buy, even though I didn't get across. This is extra for those that have already went through the academy that understand price, okay? And then I could have rolled that up literally before the crossing even happened. And then what happens? We get our crossing here. We'll be good for 10 pips here. So what happens if you would enter 10 pips here? Folks, don't get nervous when you get a pullback, okay? You see this blue line? We typically treat, if you want to set your stop loss, we typically treat this blue line as a stop loss line. So if you were to enter this trade here, when this cross happened, you buy, boom, I buy there. And then you're like, man, it started going backwards. That's okay. If you want to set a stop loss, you can, or you can just watch it. So this blue line, you will set your stop loss just below it, okay? Because this blue line acts as a stop loss line. If it goes below this blue line, then what's going to happen is your red line is going to cross under the blue line and you're going to go into a sell. That's why we use the blue line as a stop loss line. That's why, okay? So now we're going to press forward. It didn't cross our blue line, so we didn't get stomped out in this. And we rolled up for our 10 pips. We got it. Boom, done. Okay? We're out. We just got a good trade in there. Done. So that is trading. So let me just give you the notes. So we already got the sell above the cloud. Anytime that the red line crosses below the blue line, below a red cloud, it's an absolute sell. Okay? Anytime the red line crosses below the blue line, above a red line, it's a sell. Okay? 10 pips. Just get 10 pips and get out of there. And that's it, folks. That's trading. We're done. It's not hard. There is nothing else that I have to explain to you right now, except to define your skills. The more that you learn, the more that you earn. Okay, I do got one more thing to look at. For long-term trades, let's look at one more thing. There's some people that are in some, so let's say that you get, let's just say, news hits or something happens and you get stuck in a trade. You didn't set a stop loss. How do we, Ichimoku cloud means quick glance. Okay, the Japanese created so that you didn't have to draw lines, you didn't have to draw trend lines to give you the quick trend. So what we're looking at here, when we look at the whole thing, you're looking at, this is a downtrend automatically. So we have our impulse move, right? Correction, continuation. Then we have another correction here. Really, this is a reversal happening. That's why it looks a little bit different. So we have a reversal happening in the market. Look at this double. This is extra for all my folks that are. You can't even see this. There's actually a wick right here. For all my folks that have went through the academy, bonus training, right? Even looking at the money line right here, we have a double bottom, okay? What does the double bottom indicate? Well, we have a strong reversal area right here. Boom, boom. What does that mean? Every time price hit, it reversed, right? Price came down. What did it just do? It reversed, right? So now what we're looking for is where's price going to go? Well, the money line, I'm just give you a quick one. Dr. K is going to teach you the rest. If you're at the money line, if the money line is facing up, you're going to look to the left. Go to the next point where it curves somewhere, and that's here. So if we were doing a long-term trade, I would say my next big point is going to be 145950. Okay? So I can do a take profit. So basically, I can gain 50 pips right now off of this trade going into a buy. Why do I know that it's going to go up here? Well, it's already went past this resistance area right here. This would be my next turnaround point right here. It didn't turn around. It's now pulling back, it's correcting, and then it's going to continue up. I'm expecting it to go here for GBP JPY, right? So we're looking for the buy. So we have a dip in the cloud. David talks about this in his videos, these dips in the cloud. Man, you guys are going to get so many nuggets. David's going to get you paid right here. Boom, David gets you paid right there. That dip in the cloud. So boom, you get paid by David. And then we understand the cloud basics. We got a Kumo twist. Right? Kumo twist is letting you know that there is a change in trend or a change in direction. Also, this is where the MACD comes into play. This is bonus training. Don't worry about understanding if you don't understand it. Anytime that this red line crosses over what we call the histogram. It's a change of trend. So right now we just had a change of trend right here. That's why it's on the top. All right, same, it indicated it here. So we're gonna get our pullback. Indication of this green line is gonna respect it, and then it's gonna continue up. It's exactly where I'm talking about. This is gonna be our next take profit. Take profit is gonna be 145937. So if I want to buy here now, I could buy. I can buy there. And enter this trade and type in 145950. And once you go into that trade, as soon as you go into profit, go and put stop loss and profit. Now, here's the catch. I would wait for the pullback here. Why? Here's the pullback. Because if you don't wait for the pullback, then you're gonna get caught in the pullback. You don't get the best entry point. So you see where it's oversold. I'm sorry, overbought here on the stochastic, and it's right above. It's not overbought on the RSI, so there's still more movement to go up on the RSI to pass this red point, and that's where it may do. But when it goes overbought on the RSI, we are not going to enter the trade because we're going to get caught in the pullback. So here, yeah, if we buy here, we're going to be actually good for 10 pips here also. So if you were to buy now, okay, you'll be good for 10 pips up to this point. So you would take it up to 145720. Your next big point is going to be 145950. Done. Okay. Looking at our stochastic, you see what's happening. We're getting a cross under, which was the indication of your pullback, is going to come down a little bit, and then it's going to shift back up. We're looking for, if we want our true entry on this one, we want to get this main line, the green line, to cross back over the red line, and then we can legitimately enter this trade with minimal pullback. Now, let me show you a long-term trade looking at the big picture, okay? We typically look at the M15 chart, the H1 chart, and the H4 chart, okay? So let's go to the H1. On the H1, it's below the cloud, but look what happened here. Remember I talked about when the red line crosses? Remember, it's going to happen on your smaller time frame first. So remember this, your move always happens on your smaller time frame first. So if you want to be first to hit a move, the lower you go in time frame and to catch your move, the sharper your position will be, the closer entry point you'll have to entering to profit, if you understand what I'm saying there, okay? But now we're on our 1 hour chart. We're looking for a big move to the upside. Remember, same principles apply, okay? Looking for a buy. We are below a red cloud, so it's not guaranteed that this is going to bust above this cloud. So remember I said 950, 145950? Well, now I want to go confirm. Do I think I'm going to hit past 145950? Well, it's in the cloud. It has to penetrate this cloud. So first of all, when I go into this trade, I don't know if it's going to penetrate here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to lock my profit in place. So if I had a stop loss in place, I'm going to bring my stop loss in profit. So let's say my entry point was here. So let me draw a line so you see this. This is another training right here. When you hear David say, put your stop loss in profit, okay? Soon as price, right? Let's say you entered right here. Soon as your candles go above this entry point right here, let's say it gets here, you're going to now take your stop loss, move it, find the number, right? He's going to say go 4 pips in profit. Well, if your entry point is 145.555, remember, we only care about the number 55. If we add 4 pips to that, or we just take our little thing here and put it right there, we just take a number, so that says 145612. Then I just go to my trade. See, I think I'm in demo. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just go ahead and go in demo. I'm gonna go ahead and trade this one just so you see it. So if I'm gonna buy this, I click buy. I may have some pullback here, but we're gonna buy that now so that you see it. Okay, so we buy. Now we have a trade running here. Okay, my entry point is right here. It says 145679. That's where you're gonna pull your entry point from. When this number turns blue, and when the number at the top turns blue, that means you are now in profit. Okay. And then based off how much you're in profit, 4 pips, 5 pips, when it goes above the line, let's just assume that my entry point is not where it's at. My entry point is actually here. My stop loss and profit, I'm gonna go here. Okay. Boom, I'm gonna go here, 145.61615. But really, I just went into profit just now. Look, $2 right there. If I want to close in profit, I just hold down. I'm gonna just teach you this. Hold down. I see close. I close like that. That's how easy it is to make profit, folks. But I'm not gonna do that. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put the stop loss in profit. It's a small one, but let's just do it. 145.697. So I hold down, modify, 145. What did I say? 697. I think that was it. Yeah, there. You see my stop loss there? Modify. Now I have a stop loss in profit. So worst case scenario, it's going to drop down and take me on in profit, or it's going to go all the way up. Either way, I win. Folks, this is all we're doing. This is how we make money. Done. Take it to the bank. We are in a risk-free trade now. All done. This is how simple trading is. Done. Our session is pretty much over. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open up for questions, I believe. Actually, one more thing. Let me put some more training on here. So we're gonna let that trade run. Either it might close out. We'll come back to it, see if it closed out in profit. Now it's easy to go and scalp in this market. Like I said, this is a demo account, so I was just doing some things today. So you can practice all day long with the crossing so you can back test this. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up on TradingView, okay? TradingView, you're going to learn this, how to use TradingView in your academy, okay? Definitely go in your academy. It's going to be in your intermediate, all right? So I'm just going to take you to tradingview.com. Go ahead and everybody can go to tradingview.com. You can start. It's free to sign up. Okay, hold on a second. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm actually in a real trade too, so I'm actually putting my stop loss and profit on my real account. So give me 1 second. In real life, we're having some good trades. All right. We about to have some fun with GJ tonight. I'm just telling y'all that, folks. It's moving. So why does David trade GJ? People probably want to know that. Why GJ? I've learned a lot watching. I really just learned to respect GJ. It's one of the only pairs, aside from you got the US 30 out there move thousands of pips. You have it's one of those pairs that moves at least 100 to 200 pips a day. So you have an opportunity to scalp all day long. So you can do big moves with GJ. All right, so here's DJ. We're gonna go over to cloud. So actually, if you want to learn charting, so you want to learn how to do this. So what you're seeing on my chart here, I have my session. So this is the new session right here. This split here, and so what I have on here is I do my daily high and daily low. So for those that understand this, you can actually enter a buy for GBP JPY. It just broke past. Actually, let me see on the 15-minute to test it back. So it's coming back to retest. So once it retests this point, this is where it's at. You can actually enter in for a buy. It just broke the daily high, which I had set here. It's been in between this whole thing all day. So from right here, consolidate, and this is where you can definitely make a lot of money at. So look at the stochastic. Let's talk about stochastic real quick. Now on here, I changed it so it can correlate with my red line. So on your phone, I don't want you to get confused. I actually have my red line switched over. Let me go ahead and change this back because I don't want any confusion. Let me go ahead and change this because on our phone, this is actually the green line. So we don't want any confusion. We're gonna make everything look the same. And this is actually the red line, okay? And then we got a dotted line. All right, so now my green line crossed under my signal line. So now you see that. So green line crossed under my red line here on the stochastic from the overbought portion from our 80%. And look what happens. We get our drop, okay? Now I do have some support and resistance on them. I don't go heavy into this training because I don't want any confusion. So we're gonna keep this training very simple. This is for another session. All I wanna show you is a few things with GJ. We're gonna bring the cloud back up here, okay? First, this is my overall outlook for what's happening with GBP JPY, which we have posted in our trading group. It did, we got it. We did our drop, came down, popped back up. So either I thought it was going to go here or it was going to correct back down. It already did its correction down and then it's already on its way up now. So boom, we're expecting it to come up. Remember I talked about those resistance points. We have several products that you can actually that will complement trading within our GJ group. We have IML pivots. So you see all these lines that I have here. I went and found anytime that you see price, see this turnaround here, turn around here, turn around here. This is a significant point. This is a turnaround point, okay? Which price, we already have a support and resistance area here, which shows that. So anytime that there are several places where price turned around, you're gonna put a black line or put a line there going across, okay? And so I do this off my 4-hour. Just do quick training here. Okay, so when I go and I chart out, what you're seeing is this is a heavy turnaround right here. So we got 1, 2, 3. Significant. Price made some big moves off of this point. With price hit here, it turned around and went all the way to the top. And then once it hit all the way to the top, the 148, guess what it did? It came all the way down to the 143. And guess what? When it hit 143, went all the way back, and then we have a significant point. We had a correction right here. Look at what price here. Now we have another turnaround point. Price did something right here, so we noted that. Price came down, bounced off. These are called pivot points. We have a product called IML Pivots by Lee Allen. You don't even have to do this stuff. It's already done for you. So plug into her channel as well too and learn that strategy. Like I said, you're going to have all type of strategies wrapped into one, okay? Long story short, I got the turnarounds and we expected this to drop. We got our long wicks. Remember I talked about that double bottom? Here's our double bottom right here. And it's above this was once my resistance, now it became my support. Price is moving in my direction because there's a confirmation checklist that you go through in your academy, hint, hint, right? Once you get through the checklist, confirmation checklist in your academy, this is a golden trade to go into, and we're going to track this up. Remember I was calling, what did I call this is so funny looking at the money line. So I'm giving you market structure right now. But remember I said I just looked at the money line, looked to the left, and I went up to 145.950. Look at this. This is a critical point where price turnaround. Look at this. So that's our first TP. Our last TP was going to be here, 146.18. We're going to expect it to go there. And then it may pull back all the way back to this line and then go back up to here, then pull back down again and then go up again. And that's what happens. The market repeats itself. Now, we don't want to do all that. Let's go look at the cloud. Okay, let me clean some of this up. So right now I'm on the 4-hour. So I'm gonna give you, so when we look at the long-term move on the 4-hour, this is going, so now looking at the cloud, there is no doubt, okay, that GBP JPY is going up. Why? Because I have this cloud that is gonna follow up. So it's gonna go up, it's gonna pull back, it's gonna go up, it's gonna pull back. It's gonna follow this cloud up, okay, on the 4-hour. So we look at that. Now what we're looking for, as soon as this crossover happens on the 4-hour, red cross over the blue, oh my goodness. We're going to have a big move to the upside. Okay, that's on the 4-hour. Now let's go down to the 1-hour. 1-hour is still below the cloud. Okay, it's still doing this thing, is correcting back, and then once it corrects here, it's gonna bounce off, it's gonna retest this area, and then it's gonna go back up. It's gonna penetrate this cloud, folks. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. That's what remember I said it's like running. You can't open up a door just by pushing your shoulder. You got to get some running room. Well, that's what these candles act like. It's getting some running room. It's going to run back first, and then it's going to shift and then go all the way up. Okay, make sure we're good here. All right, so it's going to get some running room, and then it's going to show, so it's going to correct all the way down, and then boom, it's going to go up into our buy. We're set. Okay. Let's see what else. So that's on the 1 hour. So we're going to track that. We'll look for our cross up, and then we're taking it down to the 15. Oh, I knew what I was doing. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Got off track. On the 4 hour, let's go to the day chart too. This is what you're looking for. If you're looking for a big move, and you want to make sure you don't get caught in trade. So on the day chart, you see that it's 50% through the stochastics. That means we got 50% more to head up to our 70%, or we got 30% more to head up to the 70%, 20% or so on the day, right? That's a big move. Hence, you see this? It was trending up. This is a long time. We're going to get our breakthrough around 146.6. Once we get that breakout here, then we're going to get the continuation up to at least 148. Okay. All right. So that's the long-term move of GJ. All right, we look at our 4 hour. It's oversold, coming through the 20%. That's good for us, right? There goes our cross up. On the 4 hour, that's powerful. Okay, so we're going to get our big move up, right? Oversold there. Then we go to our 1 hour. If my 1 hour is oversold, then I'm looking for it's going good. Now, what happened on the 1 hour? It's going to overbought. That's okay. What that means is that it has to pull back first. So it's going to correct. It's going to pull back, and then it's going to go back up. Is going to correct. So there's 4 of these. 4 of these have to happen to complete a 4 hour chart. So this is going to happen 4 times before one of these candles close out. So I want you to start understanding the correlation between each chart. So what's happening here in between this, our charts, our candles are happening in between this to form a full candle. And eventually it's going to keep on going up and up and up. It's corrections, continuations, corrections, continuations, corrections, continuations, all the way up. Is getting power. Is resting, going up, resting, going up, all right? Until eventually the 4 hour goes to what? Oversold, right? When the 4 hour goes over, to eventually goes overbought. When the 4 hour goes overbought, the day chart goes overbought, we're no longer looking for a buy opportunity, folks. You're not going to get in this. Don't get in for a buy if all your charts are overbought. I mean, don't get in for it. Yeah, don't get in for a buy if all your charts are overbought. If your day chart is overbought, your H4 is overbought, and then H1 is overbought, you are going to be stuck in a trade for a long time, or you're going to lose a lot of money. So do not hop in. You're looking for it to be oversold when you're looking for a buy opportunity, okay? And all that's happening. So now we're looking at the 1 hour. So don't get scared here. All this is saying on the 1 hour is that it's going to correct, continue, correct, continue, correct, continue. That's it, because it has to get more breathing room for here. All right, then we go on the 15-minute. There's 4 15-minute candles in a 1 hour candle. So look, impulse, correction, continuation. Teacup strategy, folks. Hey, now we get to put another strategy inside of here. We have a teacup strategy in IML. When you go in your back office, you can get this for $21.95 a month. You don't even have to do all this. We already have it set for you. So your teacup strategy, you will have this already set where you can set a pending order to make this happen for you. Isn't this powerful? So we are done. That's our trading session. I think we're done. I'm going to stop the recording. I believe I put enough information on here for everyone to have a successful trading and also learn to be students in iMarkets Live. So let me stop recording and I'm going to open it up for questions.